And yeah, I found your little hideout. I'm a hacker. Congratulations, you got a double jump unit. It's like you can jump, but twice. Am I supposed to be impressed? Piss off!
How rude!
I personally really enjoyed the first High on Life game. Although the game relied heavily on its humor, which can be hit or miss, I really enjoyed playing it and had a few laughs. And now High on Life 2 is here, and it's immediately clear that this second installment doubles down on everything, making this game more than just funny. So let me tell you whether it succeeds or not.
Sick burn.
The story continues somewhat where the first installment left off, although there is a slight jump in the timeline. You're still the same human who defeated the G3 cartel and is now a true superstar / bounty hunter in the galaxy. However, shit hits the fan when it turns out that your sister Lizzie suddenly has a bounty on her name.
What's wrong, Gene?
There's no easy way to say this, kid, but I think your sister Lizzie's in serious trouble.
What? Really?
And when you go on an investigation to save her from all the bounty hunters, you end up going from bad to worse and end up with a bounty on your head yourself. So you go from hero to zero and join your sister Lizzie and her group, the Bleeding Stars, a rebel group that's considered a terrorist organization.
I saw what you did, hero. Killing your own kind. You broke the bounty hunter code, fucko. Gonna have your own bounty now. Worth twice as much as that terrorist Lizzie.
Yeah, the code's a big deal. Do you realize how hugely fucked you are?
Together, you fight Rhea Pharmacy, an evil organization experimenting again on humans to create pills beneficial for aliens, and they want to push a law through Supreme Court to make this legal. You have to stop them by eliminating the key players in this process, so think of investors, politicians, and so on.
That's Larry Pinkstock, a billionaire playboy who's bankrolling Rhea Pharmaceuticals as their prime investor.
And so you embark on an adventure full of bizarre humor and moments that often made me laugh. Sure, it's cheesy at times, and the game doesn't even need 10 minutes to deliver its first fart joke.
Oh man, thanks for bringing me out. Gus was just about to let loose a big one. I could feel it.
Oh, thanks for that. Woo! That was a stinky one right there.
But I found most of the humor very enjoyable and much more cleverly written than in the first game, which is also full of references to other media and the previous game.
Oh, go fuck off back to the Ninja Turtles movie you crawled out of, you fucking weirdo.
It also features some truly unique locations and moments. There's for example a moment in the courtroom, and without spoiling too much, this is actually quite funny, but also a very long segment with a lot of chatter, yet you really don't have to do anything at all yourself.
Products. If we agree here today to pass this law, the alien race known as human will be deemed a livestock species and stripped of all sentient alien rights.
One eternity later.
So, we can wrap this up right away, yeah? All in favor of legalizing humans, say aye.
Aye.
Wait, you're...
We haven't touched the controller for 45 minutes.
And there are more of these longer moments where the game tells a story and tries to tell it more seriously, but those are actually the weakest moments, because you'd rather get back to the gameplay full of snarky comments.
Then what this?
The gameplay is essentially the standard shooter action with the Gatlians, as the talking alien guns are called. Several weapons from the previous game are back and can be used, such as Knifey, your knife for melee attacks, Gus, the shotgun that also fires saw blades that can be fired into some walls to use as platforms, Squeezy, the needler-like gun that triggers slow motion, and Creature's also back, the gun that fires minions that deal damage or can take over an enemy so they fight alongside you. That's it, so yes, not all the guns are back, but there are a few new ones, namely Sheaf, Travis, Jen and Bowie.
Hey, thanks for the save. You're a real one. Hey, what are you doing?
Sheaf is a burst rifle with an ability to fire electric bolts. This allows you to solve puzzles, but you can also link enemies together, dealing shock damage. Travis is a semi-automatic handgun that can shoot objects upward, just like Jen, whom you encounter later in the game and then can be used together dual wielding. Jen is Travis's wife, with whom he's going through a rough divorce, and she complements Travis's power by shooting objects shot into the air by Travis even higher. which is very useful for some puzzles. And also, Travis, who has serious beef with Jen, has a brilliant story arc that is hilarious on itself already.
Jan's not here. Jan's my wife, by the way. Fuck her! Not really, I love her.
And finally there is Bowie, a bow and arrow with the ability to open a portal, revealing certain weak spots, and everything behind the portal moves in slow motion as well. It's all pretty fun, but I found myself barely using the abilities except when necessary for certain puzzles or boss fights. In normal fights, the abilities aren't really useful or offer too little advantage to use, so I ended up using the most effective guns, which basically came down to Sheaf. It does the most damage at all distances, is accurate, and has the fairly large magazine. The only gun that still has a somewhat useful ability is Squeezy with her slow motion ability, but since she does as much damage as a monkey throwing away its own shit, I barely use it either.
It's true, but he shouldn't say it.
I mean, I barely even used Gus, the shotgun, even though he's really handy at close range with his damage. And a shooter where the shotgun isn't very good has a weapon problem. However, the gameplay has truly improved with the addition of the skateboard. This makes moving through the levels fast, fluid and a lot more fun than I initially expected. It gives you options to escape in combat, attack, and it makes the gameplay much faster, which at times gave me the same feeling I had with traversal in Doom Eternal. And before you start typing in the comments, no, I'm not saying that this is as good as Doom Eternal, but the skateboard definitely adds something more than just a simple replacement for the sprint button, let me tell you that.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
The graphics in High on Life 2 are fine. It's not a stunningly beautiful game, but it's a huge step forward from the first installment. I also quite like the quirky character models, which have a cartoonish quality similar to games like Squirrel with a Gun. It's not incredibly beautiful and they all look a bit strange, but it suits the style well. What I do have issues with are the game's massive performance issues.
Oh, no.
Hard crashes,
You down here?
enemies stuck behind walls and half clipping, floating objects after cutscenes, texture issues,
Holy Jesus. What is that?
and also the requisite frame drops that sometimes make the game downright unplayable.
Minute alone here, pal?
My completion will not be stopped by a single pathetic divorced father!
Patches haven't really helped so far, and the fact that a shooter like this, which doesn't really have large open levels or anything like that, is so poorly polished is truly shocking. And that's a shame, because the game has definitely made progress and is much bigger and ambitious than the first installment. With nice details like the friendship necklace worn by Travis and Jen. Small things, but very cool nonetheless, which is why it's especially frustrating that the game is at times in a rougher state than your mom on a Saturday night. High on Life 2 is more fun than its predecessor, plays better than its predecessor, is more beautiful than its predecessor, and is a technical disaster. Nevertheless, I once again had a great time with High on Life 2, and I can highly recommend it, even though I understand the humor might not be for everyone. However, it is for me, so I give High on Life 2 an 8.5. It's 10 to 12 hours of excellent entertainment. And that brings us to the end of this review. What did you think of High on Life 2? Be sure to let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It helps my channel immensely. And for live gameplay you can visit my Twitch, twitch.tv/gameplayofj, and don't forget to follow me there as well. For more content, check out the suggestions on the left or the channel on the right. And for now, thanks for watching, see you in the next video, bye!